I don't know if we need Batman. What time is it? Oh, we still have 7 minutes. We could put Batman there.
Oh, yeah.
You can't even, I mean, you can't even compare with anything we ever had before. Yes,
I've always wondered what this was. I've asked people,
yeah.
what is the Lanotropic Society?
Oh, it's, there's a legend that there's 36 righteous people.
I know that story.
So these are people that give $5,000 a year each. And the only thing we do with that money is we give it to people who can't afford to pay their rent, who have the money for food, stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's completely anonymous.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Tommy said he wants to sign up for it.
Okay.
Hello? Hello? I don't hear you.
Okay. So,
Your sermon ended,
Something in the microphone. Test 1, 2. Zoom, can you hear me?
testing the microphone. See if everyone can hear us in the sanctuary and at home. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If you're here in the sanctuary or if you're watching us on Zoom, we want to offer you a warm and welcoming beginning to our Shabbat. Louder and into the mic. We're going to begin our service on page 10 with Yedi Nefesh. Please rise as we continue together on page 21, Mizmor LeDavid. If you would, may your mighty right hand undo the knot that ties us up. Accept the prayers of your people, you who are revered. Raise us up and cleanse us.
Serura,
Please rise. Ahavat Olam is on page 40.
ואהבתם את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Adonai Elohechem emet.
turn to page 44, Who is Like You, Adonai? Mi Kamocha. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you are our God, please watch over us and deliver us. And you are our God, you are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Please ensure our going and coming for life and for peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. As we turn to page 46, we sanctify Shabbat together with Vishamru.
Malchutei ve'amalek malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayetecho Beit Yisrael b'gala u'v'zman karev v'meru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabba mevarach le'alam olam me'almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalel shemei kedusha v'rihu leila leila mikol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damira ve'alma ve'miru Amen.
We transition into the Amidah for Friday evening, beginning on page 47. This is a silent prayer. Use the words of the Siddur or private meditations of your heart. For those of you still praying your Amidah, please continue to do so. The rest of us may be seated. We'll continue together with Shalom Rav, which is on page 51.
ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וידברו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וידברו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וידברו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וידברו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וידברו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וידברו אמן.
Kaddish Shalem, page 54.
יתגדל ויגדל שמי רבה, ועמדתי ורקתי בצבים וכמותים בחיי חוי ובית חולי וחי דחו בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ומרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם עולם נרמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר רבי ינשא ויתהדר ויתלב תלל, שמי קדושה וריחו לעילה לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בעלמה ואמרו אמן. תתקבל צלתהון ובאותהון ישראל, תודה ובהון בשמיה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
Shabbat Shalom. This is one of my favorite moments of the year. Shabbat Shuvah, the Shabbat right in between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, is supposed to be perhaps the most important Shabbat of the entire year. And as a matter of fact, rabbis in antiquity only spoke twice during the year. One was during Shabbat Shuvah, the Shabbat, and the other one Shabbat HaGadol, right before Passover. Because those were the two Shabbatot where the community really came together to try to understand the perspective on their lives and to actually try to see where their lives were headed and what they were supposed to be doing with their lives in the year ahead. Because remember, the beginning of the month of Nisan, when we celebrate Pesach, is also one of the New Year's in the Jewish calendar. So it's also very much linked with the passage of time. Shabbat Shuvah, though, more than celebrating the passage of time or understanding the passage of time, is about understanding changes in our own souls and our own hearts and in our own thoughts as human beings. It is really the specific point in time where we find ourselves, if you want to look at the tradition the way it is, very traditionally, right in the middle of being inscribed and sealed in the book of life. If that tradition actually works for you, then this Shabbat is really the turning point. This is really one of the last chances you will get to make up your mind on what your life has to be before getting to Yom Kippur. On the other hand, if this is not your kind of theology, if you don't really believe that God is up there with the book opened up and He writes people, into the book and out of the book, and your theology is a little bit more modern than that, This is also very important, Shabbat, because it reminds us that we have very little time left to actually change the course that our lives are taking. See, in Judaism, our thoughts are important, but are not as important as our actions. In Christianity, for example, it is only enough to say to yourself that you're going to change and now you're going to love everybody and you're going to reverse everything you've done to everybody that's wrong, and that's enough. In our tradition, you actually have to back your thoughts with actions. Varim shebalev einam dvarim, our rabbis say. Things that remain in our hearts are nothing. You actually have to act upon your thoughts. And this is the Shabbat that reminds us that we have little time right before Yom Kippur to do whatever we have to do to reverse the course of our lives. And by that we mean really returning to God and returning to the idea that we have to be who we were born to be. And you can only get to that point, and by the way, that's what we have Yom Kippur as a Day of Atonement. You can only get to that point by seeking forgiveness for what you have done, for your acts, not for your thoughts. I don't know if you remember, I think it was 1976, Jimmy Carter was running for president. He was interviewed, and they asked him if he had ever committed adultery. And he said he had committed adultery with his heart many times. And America was like verklempt. I mean, people were like, oh my God, how can we have a president that actually does that and admits that? Little do they know, right? About the future and what they had in store. But it's clear that that really signals the difference between Christianity and Judaism. If you feel something in your heart, it is as if you're doing it in other religions. You see, I can walk in front of a Kentucky Fried Chicken every day for the rest of my life and say, wow, it smells so good, as long as I don't eat it, because it's not kosher, right? So I can have the thought, but as long as I don't act upon it, everything's okay. And the reverse is true. When we actually do things that we shouldn't do, our actions matter tremendously. And this is a moment in time when we have to walk them back and rectify everything that we have done. This Shabbat was also traditionally used for the rabbi to say the kind of things that I'm saying right now. Right? It is not meant for cute stories or for anecdotes, even though I inserted Jimmy Carter. It is really meant for people to engage in introspection, for people to understand that the time is running out. That when we heard the shofar a couple of days ago, that really meant that our life was catching up with us and that the clock is ultimately ticking. I want to wish all of us a Kabbalat Shabbat, that we're all sealed in the book of life, that the year ahead is really a much better year than the one that we just left, and that all of our actions are really the result of things that we have thought out, of things that we put our heart into, and things that ultimately we believe will change the world for the better. Shabbat Shalom U'Morach, Mar Chatima Tova. Let us please rise. We're going to continue on page 73 with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Shalom, Malchei
Standing for Kiddush, page 55.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei puri hakafim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon kinkilanu zikaron le'maaseh Bereshit ki hu yom tehillah le'mikra'ei kodesh zever letzirat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidasha mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon kinchatanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Shabbat. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המוציא לחם מן הארץ.
Amen.
Let us resume stand and we continue with Aleinu, page 56.
Aleinu לשבח לדור הכל, לתת גדולה ליוסף בראשית, שלא עשנו גביעי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו ככם, וגורלנו ככל העולם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שיר תשמע בישראל. על כן מלך אלוהים. כך כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Let us please be seated. We continue on page 59.
לדוד אדוני.
לדבר ושמירה, אדוני מעוז חייל ממי אבחר, בקרוב אליי מרים יכולת בשרי, שרי ואויבי לי הם ברשע לא נפלו.
תחילת שאלתי את אדוני.
שמע
לו האמנתי לראות בטוב אדוני בארץ חיים, קווה אל אדוני, חזק לי בצדקך וקווה אל אדוני.
This Shabbat will remember lovingly the following people whose words that were serving: Warren Barrett, Dolly Brenner, Estelle DeBoer, Charlotte Levinsky, Celia Epstein, Nathan Frank, Ida Groman, Betty Yaffa, Irving Kleggerman, Meyer Kramer, Mervyn Levine, Nathan Levine, Lillian Lugash, Helen Lillian Marcus, Esther Mietzmacher, Aubrey Molin, Barry Rosenberg, Leah Salutsky, Julius Schaefer, Henry Silverberg, Sam Tershinsky, Florence Weinberg, Maurice Weinberg, and Ralph Weinstein. Mourners and those serving Yortzeit, please rise for the Mourners Kaddish, page 58. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועלמא יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון וביומכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיא, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתגלה על שמי לקודשה בריחו. לילה לילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה ואמירם לעולמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלם הרב אמין שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום עם רומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. Let us please be seated. I'd like to call upon Jared Finkelstein, President of our Board of Directors, for the announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining us this evening, both here in the sanctuary and online. We can do this again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for our Shabbat service, also available here in the sanctuary and online. A lot going on, obviously. Tashlich is this Sunday at 11 a.m. You can feed toy fish, eat pizza, and hear the shofar. And Sunday night is Kol Nidre. Check your tickets or online registration for attendance times for the two services that evening. And then continuing on Monday with our two Yom Kippur and Yizkor services, followed by a short break. Mincha starting at 4 and Ne'ilah beginning at 5:30. It's going to be a little different and very special, I think, this year for Ne'ilah. We're going to be doing it outside as we watch the sunset and the stars rise. We will be projecting everyone participating on Zoom up on the side of the building like we've done for the movies, so everyone hopefully can feel the special time that we'll be sharing. And then also, coming up Wednesday, we're going to be decorating the sukkah at 6 p.m. It's co-hosted by the Religious School and USY, and you can enjoy pizza and snacks while doing that. Registration is still open for the Religious School and for the Early Childhood Center, so please sign up and on that for those. Every third Monday and fourth Sunday of the month at 4, we have Underground Las Vegas, where students discuss relevant topics and then participate in mentor-led field trips around Las Vegas. The Isaiah Food Drive. The lobby is starting to fill up with bags of food. It is so important this year to bring food. There are so many in need in our community. Please bring in bags of food. This year, supply your own bag. And we'll be collecting food through the end of Sukkot. And then if you bring it by, you can just leave it with security. That's fine as well. Or you can call DJ and he can make arrangements to pick up the food. If you know of a temple member who's in the hospital, ill at home, or nursing home, please contact the temple office to let us know. Shabbat Shalom, Gemar Chatima Tova.
I had a question earlier today, or earlier yesterday, about gift cards instead of bringing food. Yes, if anyone wants to donate grocery store gift cards or something like that as well, like Smith's or Albertsons or any of those, we will accept those and we'll give those directly to JFSA to use at their discretion.
Also, people have been asking us about Ne'ilah outside, whether we're going to have chairs or not. And the answer is yes, we're going to have chairs. It is traditional to, what? He just said 5:30. Ne'ilah is at 5:30. So the important thing to remember is that even though traditionally we stand for the whole Ne'ilah, we are going to have chairs in case people wish to sit. We're not going to force anyone to stand. We also will not kick you out if you stand, if you sit. So the chairs will be there. We have plenty of seats, and we're going to social distance the seats so that people are not on top of each other. It's going to be beautiful, like Jared said. I really urge you to come. We're going to have an ark outside, and people are going to be able to go up to the ark like we do inside the sanctuary. So that's going to be actually terrific too. On Sunday, we're going to send an email with all the different instructions and nuances about Ne'ilah outside. But look, I hope we're not starting a tradition that we can reverse it, because it's a lot of effort to bring everything outside during the break. Mincha will be in here at 4, only one service, right? Usually for Mincha, we have no more than 50 people. So we figure that it's safe to have it in the sanctuary at 4 o'clock. We will be okay. We will survive it. And Again, Chatima Tova, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9. We conclude our service with Adon Olam on page 211, followed by our blessing. Shabbat Shalom Mevorach, Mar Chatima Tova, Shana Tova.